Yo, are you ready for sex and astrology? Virgo rising style? Virgo the Virgin? Yeah, okay. Sex in the chart and Valentine's Day? Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Eric Taylor to my Sex and Astrology series talking about Virgo risings. So we're going to talk about sex in the chart, and then we're going to get into actually Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2026, how the energy could be playing out for you Virgo risings. Remember, it doesn't matter what your sun sign is, we're basing it on your ascendant in the chart. So that fifth house of dating, romance, sex, you got Capricorn there. Saturn, right? Saturn's in Aries now. So we got to kind of, pay attention to the house ruler. That's going to add to the story in terms of where it's at. But that's more dealing with Valentine's Day. In your personal chart, you'll always look where Saturn's at. When in your birth chart, because Capricorn is the ruler of the fifth house. So you could, Virgo risings, date older partners, someone that maybe you are in business with, or someone that's just very more mature. They could literally be a Capricorn Sun Moon rising, but someone that's got a plan, they're structured, they're organized, they tight on their game, they're about their business. That's important for Virgo risings. Remember, your chart ruler is Mercury. And you're very, mutable earth, so you need the mental stimulation, but you're picky. You want someone, who's got a certain thing. At fifth house, you could be impressed with somebody there, and you may like an older lady or an older man. So let's get to the eighth house, because there we're talking about Aries. Quickie. Who said that? Did somebody say quickie? Yeah, Aries in the sixth house, right? Sex, intimacy, you can get into the darker stuff. Aries, it can be very assertive, aggressive. Aries Sun Moon risings can be attracted to you, Virgo rising, okay? But this could be just like hot, passionate, like there's not much talking. It's just like, let's get it on. Anywhere, anytime, let's get it done. And that's the reality for Virgo risings. That Aries in the 8th house is pretty steamy. Now the 12th house is Leo. Whoa, you are the lion, king, and queen in the bedroom, and you want to be respected, but you're just a big kitty cat. You want to be petted and massaged and purring. So there's a strong sexual energy for Virgo risings, okay? Very strong. And we'll get into the Valentine's Day energy once we bring up the chart. But, just want to set you up with that Capricorn, Aries, Leo for the main houses for sex in the birth chart. And I'll be announcing my service shortly. I'm not, talking about planets, but in your chart reading, that's what we would look at. 5th, 8th, 12th house, Venus, Mars, Pluto, Black Moon, Lilith, and the Moon. Okay? So let's get to the chart for Virgo risings, you mercurial ones that are, creative, verbal. You like to peep in the cut and study the energy. But you're definitely picky. You're not just going to be sleeping with anybody. All right? Sex and astrology, Virgo rising style. Pew. All right, Virgo rising, sex and astrology. Now, like I always tell you, we like to look at Virgo. So the chart ruler, is Mercury, and Mercury is in Pisces. Okay, so it's all about for you relationships, right? The Mercury, the North Node, Venus. So even for right now, this only refers to Valentine's Day. But relationships could be on your mind. So let's just talk about sex in the chart in general. Like I mentioned, that Capricorn fifth house, we're not going to focus on these planets here, but this will always let you know that you're going to be pretty mature and serious. So, if you're going to engage in sex, maybe after work, because, you're going to fifth house Capricorn, your heart's got to be in it, creativity, but, their mentality is work hard, then play hard. And the fifth house is about play. So Virgo risings, they're going to play hard. And that means the dating, romance, and fun sex. Okay, because Capricorns, yeah. And it can get, it can get a little, grimy, bondage, stuff like that. But this is something to keep in mind. But there is a measure of like professionalism, like class, respect, distinguished. And you want someone that is about something. So you're going to be impressed with their status, their job, their career. Okay. Now the eighth house, the Aries Sun, Moon, risings can be very physically or sexually attracted to you, Virgo risings. Okay. And just know that, Aries is quick to initiate. They're accident prone, but this is also the intimacy or sex after the marriage. But Aries is, they're all about it. Like, let's do it. Let's get it on. They're just ready to get going. So you could be attracted to some steamy people or hook up with people very quickly. Okay. So that's something to be aware of, something to know. And Aries may hit on you strong, whether you are a guy or a girl. Aries, Sun, Moon, risings can come very assertive and aggressive towards you. Now, that Leo 12th house, right? Don't forget hidden enemies and hidden talents, but we're talking about the sex because this is the bedroom. So with Leo here, there's definitely you're like, pleasure, please me. But you're like a big lion, big lioness, a big kitty cat. So, you want to be massaged, you want to massage, you want to purr. You may want the lights on. Okay. You may be like, yeah, look at this perfect body. Like, I'm the pillar of health, Virgo rising, like, check me out. Like, so it could be pretty passionate, pretty intense. It's the fixed fire. So it can burn all night, nice and slow. So Virgo risings could have very strong sexual energy. Okay. So that's just something to tap into, but they can be very generous and, Leo, very creative. So that could be, for the fashion you're wearing in the bedroom or for the actual sex. Okay. So let's check out Valentine's Day. So now for Virgo risings, right? We got the South Node on the ascendant. So you're going to be a little bit more introspective. Before we get to the fifth house, that seventh house speaks a lot because this could be, if you're already married, very nice with the Venus, North Node, and Mercury. But you can meet somebody on Valentine's Day that becomes this destined marriage or relationship partner. The Capricorn fifth house, Juno and the moon. Yeah, Virgo risings could get booed up this Valentine's Day. Juno and the moon. So you could be emotionally connected to building something with somebody. And Juno's there. You could be like, wow, I want to be with a Capricorn Sun, Moon, rising. I mean, literally, okay, with Juno being there. So just pay attention to who you meet. You may see a long-term vision with them sexually and beyond, okay? Now with the eighth house, wow, now you know what's on and popping. We've got the Saturn-Neptune there, okay? Remember that exact conjunction is going to be on the 20th, but Saturn just got in on the 13th. So they're both at 0 degrees. They're very pure. And this is the sex, the intimacy. Chiron's there. So just worry about your, it's in transit. So those wounds of not asserting or initiating. But maybe with the Neptune Saturn, you're going to be disciplined and be like, listen, I'm willing to be patient and take my time, but I like you. I want you. Or that could be them, Aries, Sun, Moon, rising, speaking to you, Virgo rising. Okay, very, distinctly, very clear. Like let's connect. So that could be interesting. The Neptune, though, it can bring some, like this not sure, indecisiveness. So the Saturn will bring things into reality. So you may see the sexual partner a little bit more clearer, and this can be very role play, tying up, all types of stuff here. And red, a lot of red, yellow, gold, okay? And then that 12th house of Leo, nothing major here, but there's definitely that feeling of, yeah, I'm the king. This is my bedroom. I'm the queen. This is my bedroom, okay? So a lot of passion, Leo, the fixed fire, and like I said, the petting, the massaging, all that stuff. But just be generous, high vibration Leo. Don't be stubborn and arrogant and stuff like that. Be the heart that you are. Okay, Virgo rising. So that there's a lot of passion that you have with that Aries, Leo in the 8th and 12th house. And, definitely the discipline and potentially that long-term connection for Valentine's Day. So that's it. I hope you learn and reach out to book your personal reading, because we'll be looking at your chart with the 5th, 8th, 12th house, Venus, Mars, Pluto, Black Moon, Lilith, and the Moon. That's going to talk about your chart and how you may get down with sex and astrology. All right? Big Astrology, Virgo Rising. Pew! All right, that's it, Virgo Rising. Hope we broke down the sex in the chart for you. The Capricorn, the Aries, the Leo. And that's just a generalization, because in your personal reading, we would look at your planetary placements. You may have the Mars in the 4th house. You're like, let's get it on in my house. Come into my house. But Capricorn, Aries, and Leo really speak to those energies for you in terms of sex. And then for Valentine's Day, things can be very compassionate, empathetic, spiritual. It can be, some role play, some fun, and then definitely, that can turn into something longer than just Valentine's Day. So if you're dating or you meet somebody, it could be a keeper. Just got to look at the energy and look at the energy of your chart if you're a Virgo rising. Okay? But there's some potential there. And I just hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Hope you learn about your chart with Capricorn, Aries, and Leo. And definitely email me, eric@BigEAstrology.com, if you're interested in getting a sex and astrology chart reading, because that service will be coming up soon, late January or early February. All right? Virgo rising, sex and astrology, and sex, Valentine's Day 2026. Bye, Virgo. The Virgin. Ay, Dios mío, please. Nobody believes that. Peace.